So here's a tutorial on what you need to do. First thing, you need to find a good building area and start your platform here. You need to find something that's pretty flat, relatively flat. Doesn't have to be like all around flat, just, enough where you can have enough room to build. I say this is best in plains, and you need to build your platform to the relative size you want the base to be. I built mine out of the same material that I made it from. Next, you want to try and build the base of the tree, the little trunk of it, the bottom of it. Then, after that, you kind of just want to add on to that. And you do that layer by layer by layer. And if you do this correctly, it'll look nice. Don't worry about the details for now. Just try and build the base and make it lean in whichever direction you want. Don't try and make it look straight up. If you do, then build the base bigger and then make it thinner around the top. Then next thing you want to do after that is you want to smoothen it out. You want to try and make the edges look a little bit nicer, cut the corners a little. Then after that, what you want to do is you need to try and add the branches. We're going to smoothen out the trunk a little bit later as well. And you're going to add the branches to make sure you know what it looks like. You could swap the steps if you really wanted to, but I suggest you do the branches first. After you do that, then you need to try and smoothen out the sides again. Branches might take a while though, so focus on that. Don't try and swap things mid doing it. And then after you're done smoothing out the sides, I suggest you try and make the base look a little bit thicker and make it look stronger around the sides that it's leaning against and leaning away from. And it'll probably look a lot nicer then, a lot better. And then once you add the branches, the base, and all that, it kind of looks like a dead tree. Then what you need to do is you want to try and add some roots to it. Give it some personality around the roots. Make it look strong. If you have the space to put roots on it, that is. That's why I said try and put it in like a plain area. Flat area. And you can try and put the roots and try and make it look realistic. Like cover the roots around anything and everything it touches, essentially. Then you need to add just whatever block you want the leaves to be. If this is made out of wood and you're doing a regular tree, then just add regular leaves. If you are making a tree like mine, using a solid block, I suggest you try and make sure you go over the branches and not underneath them at all. Because if you go underneath the branches, then it will be harder to see through whatever you're building, unless it's a see-through block, and they won't be able to see the branches. And if it's something that's a solid block, then you need to try and make it look like a tree by putting the branches there. Gives it a little bit more detail, and I think it looks a little nicer probably doing that. And after you put all the quote leaves, then you need to try and smoothen that out at the top. You gotta make it look appealing everywhere. And after that, if you really want to, you could try to put some lighting on the tree, or maybe some fruit. I don't know, man. Whatever extensions you want to put onto the tree. Essentially, it's done after that. There's 3 steps really, which is the base, the branches, and the lighting. Those are the 3 steps. And those are probably the only necessary ones. You could stop at any of them. You could stop at base 1 and you could probably make it look pretty nice. You could also do that with the leaves as well. You could just make it a dead tree if you really wanted to. But I suggest you try and put some quote-unquote leaves on it. Or whatever add-on you want to put onto the tree. And then 3rd step is just to make it look glorified. I didn't put any lights on mine. I decided I didn't like any of the lighting, so I just put blue ice on it. Because blue ice gives off a little bit of light and it kind of glows on the packed ice, so I think it looks pretty nice. That's why I made an ice tree. And hope this helps. I know it's short, but hope it helps a little. If you need any help, which I'm probably not going to have to inform any of you help, just put it in the comments, alright? Catch you next time, whenever that is.